Okay. Hello, everyone. Um, my name is Rosie, and I thank you for taking time to listen to my story, to listen to a journey that I've been on for many years, in fact, since I was a child. And many people, millions and millions of people around the world, suffer from depression. And there's always such a negative stigma around depression, and because it isn't a very super happy topic to begin with. But, as I've gone through life and my challenges that I face with depression, everyone goes through depression at one time or another in their life, especially when there's big stressors, trauma, or big events in one's life that causes these these feelings that we have. So everybody suffers depression, and that is completely normal. But then there's the ones that are diagnosed with depression, the ones that live with it day in and day out. And mental health is still very much a taboo subject. Depression is also a very taboo subject that, if you do have it, if you are diagnosed with it, just don't mention it. Keep it on the down low, because you don't want to be labeled as someone who is weak or someone who can't handle things. And I just want to bring light to this subject, because we've had, whenever there's a celebrity that, I remember when Robin Williams, when he passed, and a lot of the awareness was being brought upon when Anthony Bourdain passed away as well. Again, we keep bringing up these Kate Spade. I mean, anytime there's a celebrity or someone that ends their life because they just can't handle the internal pain, we are brought to these subjects of wanting to get help or reaching out to those people. But this this is everyday life for someone who's been diagnosed with depression. I mean, I remember as a young child, my parents, there was a lot of struggles. I saw a lot of domestic violence. I experienced symptoms from living through domestic violence, and I didn't understand it when I was young. I knew that I had my very highs where I was always happy, and I'm not bipolar, because that's a completely different subject and diagnosis. And I'm sure a lot of people who are also diagnosed with bipolar depression or any other mental health disorder, we each have our challenges, and we all have our obstacles that we have to face. And the reason I chose to do this video as well is because I just turned 46. I'm having a hard time accepting it, because I'm getting close to 50, and I'm proud of the woman I've become. I know that I have not accomplished everything I've always wanted in my life, but I've also accomplished other things that I have been fortunate enough for people to say that they find me courageous. They find me to be inspirational. Sometimes it's hard to take that in, because sometimes I don't believe it in myself. And I realized, for most of my 20s, I lived in a town. And up till last year, I was stuck in a city that I was unhappy with. I just felt so stuck in life. I try to make the best of my situation, and I felt wholeheartedly that part of the way I was feeling, that trapped, um, feeling consumed by sadness and anger and frustration, had to do with the location I was in, because it just was a boring town. I made wonderful friends. Not all was negative, because I did live for 20 years, over 20 years there, and I made the best of it. But inside, I just felt I didn't belong there. So last year, I was so happy. I fought the biggest battle to be able to finally move. And I'm now living in a new city, still in Arizona, which I'm very happy living in Arizona, because I'm out of that town that I was miserable in. And I do love where I live. I do find myself at peace. I do find myself happy of my surroundings, of new things to see. But it doesn't matter if I'm in a new location, if I'm here in China or wherever, I'm still dealing with this depression that tends to consume me. And I just don't know how to handle it sometimes. And I just, I'm finding myself, I have gotten help. I've had one of my biggest obstacles was my second divorce, and I take medication, which I had many years of denial that I needed medication, and I had a doctor tell me that I had to accept it as a relationship, that if I wanted to feel good and if I wanted to feel at peace, I had to see my Lexapro as a relationship with it, that in order for it to work, I had to commit and take my medication every day. Now, I've done so. I take my medication every day. I went to therapy after my divorce because it was very traumatic, and I think that just triggered so many things. So many things that I was holding in since I was a child, and not being able to speak for myself. And I know people who have depression understand somewhat what I'm trying to express. And I know that I get criticism from those who don't have depression, that yeah, this is part of life. I get it. I know. Um, and I've gotten therapy before, and it worked wonders. I was able to use those tools for my own good. Excuse me. I don't want to cry all the time when I do these videos, because I want to embrace what I have, and I want to be able to empower not just myself, but hopefully empower others, that although you have these feelings that you just can't seem to control, and you just want something to make it stop, I just want to be able to help others to find some type of community, or to help fight those stigmas of what depression really is. Um, and I'm hoping that if this is accepted well, that this could be a happy journey of, yes, tears because of what I have, but also, joys that I find in life, that we all find in life. And, ooh, that was a big gulp. Okay, so, and I know, with the tools I've learned with therapy, I could recognize triggers that are not good for me, that I recognize those triggers, that I know that I do have the right to say no to things. or yes to things. And I've I've gotten so much courage the older that I've become. I think, we all kind of do. The older we get, the less we don't give a fuck, right? And I think that's one thing that I am embracing about becoming older is that, yeah, I'm getting more set in my ways. And yes, I'm loving that I have a voice and I could do things that make me happy and not do things that make me happy too. So, I just would like some input. I want to be candid. I want to show um, what depression really looks like. And I don't want this to be something negative. I always try to see the positive in everything I've ever done in life. Even if it's crying, I'm the positive thing is that I'm releasing these feelings and I'm expressing myself to you. I'm being open regardless of what people are going to say, what people are going to criticize. I want to be 100% true to my story. I want to just be happy. I wish I didn't have this. I wish, I need to lose weight. I know health has a big weight has a big part of this too, that I need to be a little bit healthier, and now, and of course I'm getting older. I'm looking at my big old body here, but I love it. It's my body. And I know that I could improve to look better, to feel better, and not have these other health concerns. But this is what depression looks like. So anyway, please comment. Please give me some feedback. I like to see where I could take this, where I could keep learning from it, where I could bring others along with me who may not understand, who also understand completely where I'm coming from, and put some type of light to depression, because it doesn't have to be an end like it was for Robin Williams, like it was for Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade, or these other millions of people who just can't seem to find a solution. And believe me, I've been there. I've been there where I've looked for and created a plan, an exit strategy. And I don't want that. I want to keep fighting those urges, and I want to feel healthy, that even if I'm not feeling okay, I'm still okay. And exiting this world is not a solution. It's not the easy way out, because it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. There's so many people who love you, and many people who love me and care for me and depend on me. So it's just that battle, that constant battle. So anyway, I'm going to end this today. Give me some feedback. If you guys think of things that I should try to kind of, and I could go on with new things I could try to help. I was thinking of meditation, yoga. I've done running. I did 2 half marathons, and I felt wonderful during those times. So, but I'm getting older, I'm heavier, and have back issues. But anyways, if you think of any ideas, please comment below. And I thank you so much. I thank you for your time. We'll be in touch.